Hey guys, it's MegaRobert from MegaRobertTV, and today I'm going to review issue 37 of Mega Man. And this issue is completely awesome, so let me just jump straight into the story. So it starts out 100 years in the future, where Mega Man X is running through Arcadia City. But he's not just running, he's being chased, and the two guys that are chasing him really don't like him. So these guys are chasing him down the road, and they have giant cannons on their backs, and they're shooting at him. But they're hitting buildings and everything's exploding, so that's not good at all. And to make things worse, these guys are screaming at the top of their lungs. They're like, that's him, that's the demon robot that they first created, that's the one that started this. And they're shooting at him, it's crazy. So Mega Man X, doesn't want to hurt these guys because they're humans. But, that's not helping his case because he can't stop them. But luckily, his friend Zero teleports in. He just grabs him by the collar, he holds him up, he just shows how pathetic these guys are compared to, one of the best Maverick hunters. So X gets nervous. He's like, Zero, don't hurt them. But Zero's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna go Maverick or anything. And then the guys, they're still going at it. They're like, this robot is evil. All robots are evil. And, X is like, what's wrong with these guys? What are they doing? And then Zero tells them that they're members of the Emerald Spears, which is kind of this terrorist group that hates robots completely, and it started 100 years ago. So Mega Man X, he's like, what happened so many years ago to make robots and humans hate each other so much? And as he says that, we jump back 100 years into the past with Mega Man's story. So Mega Man is actually next to this old lab that used to belong to Dr. Wily, but he's not there alone. He's with Pharaoh Man and Bright Man, and on the opposite side of their communicators, Dr. Cossack, Dr. Light, and Dr. Wily are all listening. So they're kind of on this mission now to find the robot masters that took the energy elements last issue. So, Mega Man asked Dr. Light, is this place safe to go through? And Dr. Wily shows up on the other end. He's like, of course it's safe, I was arrested before I could destroy the place, but, all the traps are completely gone. And then Dr. Wily's drinking his coffee, and he's just thinking in the back of his head. He's like, of course this thing has traps in it. It's meant to kill Mega Man. I'm going to use this thing to blow him up right now. So Dr. Wily's still on his plan to destroy Mega Man. But, no one else knows this, and they're kind of just falling into his trap. So Dr. Cossack and Dr. Wily are talking, and Dr. Light goes up to Dr. Cossack, and he's like, oh, by the way, thank you for giving us your robot masters. And Dr. Cossack's like, no problem, you know what they say, Dr. Cossack's Robot Masters, helping Mega Man with Dr. Wily's messes since 2000XX. So, we made a little joke there, and then, Dr. Light's laughing, but Dr. Wily, he really didn't like that joke at all, so he's like flipping the conversation around, and he's like, oh, Dr. Cossack, how's your daughter doing? Is she still having nightmares about Ramoon? And Dr. Cossack, he just freezes, and he gets really angry, and he breaks the coffee cup in his hand. And he didn't mean to do that. He just falls on the floor in pieces. But he's really angry, though, and he looks at Dr. Wily, and he's like, you know what? She's actually doing fine now because she doesn't have to worry about monsters and mad scientists. So, there's a lot of tension in the room right now. Dr. Light, he's the peaceful guy. He's kind of trying to break it up. He's like, all right, calm down. And he tells Mega Man, he goes, did you find anything in the place? And Mega Man goes through some of these taverns or whatever in the lab, and then he finds this giant machine there, and this giant machine is called the Wily Walker. So Mega Man's like, I found this machine here, and it looks pretty dangerous, so should I deactivate it? And Dr. Wily's like, oh yeah, let me give you the code to deactivate this robot. So he tells Mega Man all these numbers, and Mega Man puts them in. And then all of a sudden, the machine turns on and it starts attacking, And everyone's like, what happened, Dr. Wily? And Dr. Wily's like, oh man, Dr. Cossack was distracting me, and I gave Mega Man the code to activate the machine, not deactivate it. So the machine starts attacking Mega Man and attacking Bright Man and Pharaoh Man, and the Robot Masters can't do anything against it because no ordinary weapon can destroy it. So it's pretty crazy, and Bright Man is standing there, and all of a sudden the Wily Walker puts up one of its giant claws and goes down to attack, and Bright Man, he's freaked out, but Mega Man pushes him out of the way, but Mega Man gets crushed under this giant claw, and then Bright Man's like, oh no, Mega Man! And then all of a sudden, that's where they cut the scene. So they jump to a little later at the Kronos Institute, which is kind of like this lab where they study time travel, and they've actually hired the federal agents there to look for Xander Payne. He tells the agents, I think he's in that room with the time machine though. So the federal agents break open the door and they have their guns out and they're like, freeze Xander, you're under arrest. But he's there putting in codes into the time machine. And he's like, you don't understand, the robot revolution is already won, but now I must go back in time and stop it from ever happening. So he turns on the machine and he goes, you will never understand my sacrifice, but I must go. And he jumps in the machine and he teleports through time. So that's crazy, and then that's where the scene ends. But you know that's going to set up for later stories in the arc. After that, we jump back to 100 years in the future where Mega Man X is, and Mega Man X is actually in the old tavern where Mega Man was, but 100 years later. And then Dr. King tells Mega Man X, I think I found something here, and Mega Man X looks, and it's the Wily Walker, but at this point it's completely destroyed and it's in pieces, but what's in the corner of the machine is the giant claw that attacked Mega Man, and right next to the claw is Mega Man's destroyed helmet. So yeah, Mega Man's helmet was destroyed, but what does that mean? Does that mean Mega Man was destroyed, or does that mean he was badly hurt? What's going to happen in the past with the Wily Walker? Are they able to, stop it for the future? It's crazy. And Xander Payne, he's going through time, This story arc is just getting, more detailed and more detailed as we go across. So this issue was really awesome. And another really awesome thing about this issue is actually that I was published in the issue for fan art. So I'll try to put something in the corner here of the fan art, but you probably won't see it too well. So I actually have the original copy, and here you go. This is my little funny comic with Mega Man and Mega Man X and the other versions of Mega Man from the other time. So if you guys actually want to see it in the comic, then go to the fan art section. Yeah guys, question of the day. What do you think about this issue? Do you think it's really good? And what do you think is going to happen in the future, or the past, or the middle, or whatever? Time travel is so complicated in these comics, but it's so awesome. So yeah guys, this is Mega Robert, signing off.